There's a whole load of gas cans here, all empty. That's a shame. But I'll take one with me. I may be able to fill it up somewhere. I don't know what this thing is called, but Steve has used it to drill deep holes in stone. It's big, heavy, and makes a terrible noise. Tim Taylor would say, a real man's toy. It has a gas motor, but the gauge says the tank's empty. I can use the hose to suck the gas out of the tank. I have a can, too. Let's do it. The can is half full. That should be enough. Full. It's pretty heavy. Always wanted to do this. The stone's harder than I thought. I've drilled more than 24 holes now. It just doesn't want to break. And I've got no fuel left. And it's gotten damn cold. There'll be a heavy frost tonight, and the water will freeze. It expands, and in theory, the rock should crack. At least, that's what it should do, if my physics course wasn't just a waste of time. Stop. I still need something to plug the holes. Otherwise, I'll just have icicles stuck in the holes, and the stone will still be in one piece. Perfect. The construction foam hardens when it comes into contact with moisture, and then it's quite strong. That should stop the ice from coming out of the holes. Now I've just got to wait until morning. What's Bobby doing here? He looks very sad. Bobby? Hey, Bobby, what's up?
Tom hit me and threw me out. I don't know why.
Doesn't he do that all the time?
Not beating me.
So, why don't you go to the cops?
I've been there already. The inspector sent me away. He doesn't want to hear about it, he said. Denise sent me away too. She said I shouldn't complain. And now everyone's sitting in the pub and won't let me in.
You could stay with me in the castle.
That's very nice, Darren. But I don't like the castle. I don't want to die.
Should I give you some money so you can stay in the hotel?
No, I don't want any more money. Tom always takes everything away.
Should I talk to Tom?
That's not a good idea. He wants to kill you.
But you said the inspector is in the pub.
Yes.
I'm sure he's not stupid enough to kill me in front of his eyes. Anyway, the guy's due for a beating. I can't stand by idly anymore. Look, I'll sort this out for you.
Let's hope the inspector really is there. Otherwise, this'll be Tom's last night.
Tom, calm down.
You shut your mouth. I want to know where the hell you got that necklace from.
Why should I tell you that?
That's I let that to a friend as a deposit. It wasn't to be given away as a present. Damn it.
Friend? Since when has Bobby been your friend?
What's Bobby got to do with it, huh? What are you on about?
Keep your fingers off Denise, or you'll be in the slammer before you know it.
You stay out of this, you village Bobby.
Watch what you say, boy. I can...
What did you say about Bobby? What's he got to do with the necklace?
He gave it to me, just before, for my birthday.
What? That can't be. I'm gonna kill that idiot.
If someone's doing some murdering around here...
Then that'll be me.
What the hell is that brat doing here?
Listen to me carefully now, you stinking, brainless waste of space. If you ever touch so much as a hair on Bobby's head again, you'll wish you'd never been born. Do you understand?
Oh, your lordship commands. Just you wait. Hey, cop, get the handcuffs out. This guy killed Phil.
That's enough now. You're completely drunk.
I thought your brother was the stupidest of the two, because you're not just his brother, you're his father too. But now I'm sure it must be the other way around.
Angelina. She was really evil from the very start. Those black eyes, like a demon, a witch.
I think your subconscious is processing your relationship with her.
No, that's not my subconscious. I'm remembering this encounter. Her face.
What kind of mirror was that? And where was it?
The crevice, remember? I climbed in there to help Angelina. There was a large room down there, and this mirror was in it.
Perhaps it was a cave with an underground river, and the reflection in it was simply distorted.
No, I'm sorry, Doc. A few days ago I would have believed you. But this time I'm completely sure it's not just my imagination or some kind of trick by my subconscious. It really did happen.
Excuse me for a moment. Dr. Winterbottom? Yes, he's still here. Can we... Yes, fine. I'll tell him.
Hello, this is Big Shot Spooner. We found a corpse and want to arrest that Gordon immediately. Send him here straight away.
Almost. It was the constable. The inspector is waiting for you in the cafe. You should go there directly after the session.
In the cafe? What? Is he gonna treat me to a plate of donuts?
Why not? Adrian, it's time to make peace with the world. Why don't you start with the inspector?
It's okay, Doc. Perhaps it's all a bit too much. The ongoing investigations against me, the continuous suspicion, the visions, the castle... It's crushing me.
Because you want to do everything on your own. Let yourself be helped. By me, by the inspector, and why not by a butler? Yes, I think a butler would be just the thing for you.
You made the right decision. Has anyone ever told you that?
What decision? That a castle needs a butler?
No, that you didn't become a pathologist back then, rather than a psychologist. I mean that decision, Doc.
Oh, thanks, Adrian.
See you later, Doc.
See you later, Adrian.
Hello, Madame Fortuna.
Adrian, I knew you would call again.
Who else could it be?
Pick a card.
Stop.
I've turned over the moon.
That's what you sound like, too.
The tarot card, Adrian. Your card. Something has been awakened in you. You will have to transcend the boundaries. But you will receive a deep, intuitive understanding in exchange.
That sounds a bit scary.
And I see death.
Again.
You'll shatter.
Ah.
But there's a way, Adrian, for you to survive.
Just one. Yes, I'm listening.
Stay away from heights.
Yeah. Thanks. What a load of crap.
Hi, Adrian.
The worthy Mr. Gordon is honoring me with a visit.
Have you taken something?
Sit down. Do you remember what happened last night?
Only up to the punch in the face. Strangely enough, I have a mental block of what happened from that point on.
Really? You stood up as if nothing had happened and just walked back to the castle. I followed you because I thought you might collapse at any moment. But nothing. You didn't even sway once. You took the knockout punch like a man. I wouldn't have expected that of you.
Thanks for the flowers, Inspector. But in reality, I didn't cope with it so well. The blackout.
Never mind. The most important thing is you can still remember what Tom said when he noticed you.
You mean I'll kill you? I'll punch you in the face?
By the way, you can report him if you want to.
Sure, and for kidnapping too. No one believes me anyway. I already said 3 weeks ago that he kept me locked up in Wales.
Until now, I assumed that these abduction stories were made up. But Tom's reaction makes me wonder a bit. But more importantly, who is this Phil, who Tom said you murdered?
Ask Tom.
I haven't been able to find him all morning.
Oh, and now you want my help.
Okay, Adrian. Perhaps I wasn't always that nice to you. Can we just forget the past for a moment?
Did I just hear an apology?
Well,
Phil's the guy who locked me up in his morgue a few days ago and wanted to kill me. I knocked him out from behind and took off. But I know he was still alive at that point.
that means the corpse is still lying there. Where was this?
In a house in the woods. I think it used to belong to a Dr. Heinz Herman.
That sounds familiar.
Listen, Inspector, how about I just take you over there?
After you.
Here we are.
The door's closed, and we can't go in there without a search warrant.
I think that only applies to you, right?
Let me put it like this. If you were to enter this house without permission, I would have to make sure that you don't take anything.
Ah, I get it. Hey, Inspector! The door's wide open.
Well, who'd have guessed? His lordship has a key. I'll have to take that as evidence. Sorry.
You'll probably be interested in the torture videos, too.
Torture videos?
Yeah, Phil's got a whole secret compartment full. They're gone.
Perhaps your corpse was bored.
Wait a minute, there must be one still in the video recorder.
Turn that off. That's sick. Where's the guy who filmed this?
I guess it was Phil, but you don't see him, though.
I'll take that tape as evidence. Okay, and where's the corpse?
The corpse has disappeared, too?
This is starting to get quite implausible. Don't you think?
Tom must have been here. He tried to cover his tracks. That's why the other videos are gone, too.
Tom? Or you?
I've got nothing to do with it. I'll prove it. Hey, Inspector, you might be interested in this. It's not Phil's corpse, but perhaps you'll believe me now?
It must be dead at least a couple of weeks.
And a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting quietly in the cell.
Okay, Phil really does have something to answer for. And it would seem he's good at his profession. Otherwise, I'd have heard of him ages ago.
I bet Tom's got something to do with this, too.
First, we'll go back to the station. I'll send Zach over here to pick up the body.
I've got something else I need to do.
You're coming with me first. I need to record your statement. Oh! Stay where you are! Tom!
So now I've got time to have a look at the stone circle, then. that looks very promising. Some steps? I wasn't expecting such luxury. I wonder what's waiting for me down there. Amazing. Yep, that's got it. About 4 meters wide and... oh, it's not that deep at all. A few 100 meters, maybe. There are fluorescent, things hanging everywhere. They look like huge glowworms, but they're not moving. The ladder would make a decent bridge over the pit. I'll try it. Tree roots, so I must be directly under the surface of the ground. I wonder if this cave was formed naturally, or if someone or something gave a helping hand. So what have we got here then? An ancient comic? It looks like a kind of picture-based script. Let's see if I can work any of it out. Some guy carrying a black ball. He's wearing a long robe. Or a dress. Could be some holy character. Or a priest. Then he lies down with the black ball and some other guys wearing dresses stand around him. Weird. And here they're taking the guy with the ball's head off? Wait, could it be some kind of burial ritual? Or an execution? I'll take a quick photo. Maybe I'll find someone who knows about hieroglyphics. I've seen one of these before, in the academy. Angelina placed a black ball in it, and then the portal opened. I think she'd stolen it from the museum, but now she's dead. And she had the ball with her when my mother threw her to her death. Hello, Doctor? Can I ask you a quick question? Hi, Doc.
Adrian, what can I do for you?
It's been a while since I've had visions. Probably 3 days. What does that mean?
I'd say it means that the medication is working well. It could also be that the emotional events of the last few days have suppressed the images of the past for the time being. Either way, we're making progress.
You must have heard of the famous Gordon brothers, Marcus and Mordred.
Marcus and Mordred? No, not that I would know.
I mean the ones who built the castle, Blackmere Castle, 800 years ago.
Oh, right, them. No. What do they say about them? Have you seen them, Adrian? What did they tell you?
You really do think I'm crazy, right?
No, no. I meant in your dreams. In your dreams.
You said you knew Dr. Herman?
Yes. He was a very extraordinary man. We met each other when we were students. It was a great time. But I quickly realized that pathology wasn't really for me. Unlike Heinz, I was always much more interested in the living.
You studied pathology?
Amongst other things, yes. Are you surprised?
Not really, no. Tell me, Doc, have you had a look at the museum here?
To be honest, no. I've never been, and I never will.
It's probably better that way. Then, I guess you don't know anything about the Black Ball?
I'm sorry, no.
Look at this.
What is it?
Some kind of hieroglyphs, I think. Are you familiar with this kind of thing?
With hieroglyphs? No. But I think I've got a book about it. Just a minute. Here, I bought this before my holiday in Egypt. But I've never read it. Perhaps there's something in there that interests you.
Thanks. Bye, Doc.
Look after yourself, Adrian.
That could take a little time right now. Okay then, there are a few signs which are in other languages as well. I'm definitely not gonna find any others in here. I'm pretty sure that the script from the cavern is not in this book. Pity, but it was worth a try. There's something here on the last page. Dr. Winterbottom, thanks for the loan. The text was very enlightening. Best wishes, Edward. Hieroglyphs and the history of their origin in various cultures. A damn weighty tome. There's a whole lot of nothing going on here. How does Murray make money with all this garbage? Oh, a donations box. For the bereaved, it says. Yeah, sure. And a camera, so Murray can see whether people donate from the comfort of his own home. Hi, huh? The sign? Please don't talk to the staff. Oh, right. Strange guy. Probably not even a real cop. Here we can see a typical Willow Creek tourist couple, probably on a romantic honeymoon. Excuse me, may I ask you something?
Gozlady. Svetlanushka, look. They even got a Darren Michaels lookalike.
Fantastic. He looks so much like the real thing.
What do you want to ask, Yunosha?
I hope you're not gonna miss the Black Ball. Unfortunately, it was stolen a few weeks ago.
Нет, we saw last time here.
They are here just for corpses. It's done very well. Очень красиво.
Thank you. I'll pass the compliment on. Would you mind taking part in a little survey? We're planning a new exhibition about ancient dark powers that have been doing evil in Willow Creek for thousands of years.
Отлично.
The lettering should of course suit it. What do you think about these kind of hieroglyphs?
What a kaya chunya! It looks like children's book from Egypt. No horror. Boring.
More death, da.
I'm sure we can manage that. Thank you. Enjoy our museum.
We do that. Спасибо.
Various pamphlets on the history of Willow Creek. The river diversion, the old academy, skeletal finds, excavations, the dangers of swamps, and so on. Nothing really interesting there. All of the pamphlets were put together by this Edward guy. He seems to be really interested in history and archaeology. Sadly, there's hardly any information about the excavations or a black ball. At least nothing that helps me any. If they'd been available in a series back then, Samuel wouldn't have had to have bothered with all the murders. What does it say there? I love blood and kill me. And what's that? Take my soul. Are those plaster casts of Murray's ass, which he's selling as death masks? I don't really know what to find more shocking. That Murray's made replicas of Dr. Herman's severed head, or that someone has bought one of them. Who the hell buys this crap? The Gordon Chronicle was in here. The note says that it's been removed from the museum by request of the Gordon family. The system for the sound effects. That's the fence that William Gordon fell on from the window. And Samuel, too, a few weeks later. My father, Samuel Gordon, portrayed as a bloodthirsty murderer. I never met him, but somehow I can understand him now. Dr. Herman's death scene, director's cut, the endless version. If Herman hadn't been killed by Samuel, he probably would have been Murray's #1 Goremeister by now. The sensational part of the museum used to be behind this wall. No idea why Murray walled it up. Perhaps to save on heating costs? That's the back of Blackmere Castle, the place where the gardener died 12 years ago. The picture's been used a lot by the newspapers and for postcards. The Stone Circle. That's where Vic, Miss Valley's little brother, was murdered. You can get that in poster format in the hotel. The pictures are of the murder scenes. This is the lighthouse where Miss Valley was killed. An old bureau. Why's that here? Was someone murdered on it? Or with it? That'll be a torture mask with spikes on the inside. I wonder where Murray got that from. The lighthouse in miniature, hand-blown by Murray's Arts and Crafts group.